What's up, guys? Welcome back to season 2 of Wicked After Dark, where we talk about all things horror. My name's Anthony. With me tonight, we got Ashley and Jess.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
And as always, behind the screens, the man, Andy. Guys, today we want to welcome owner of Luna Cloth, Luna. Yay!
Thanks for coming out.
I appreciate it, guys.
You're
Thank
closer
you.
to us. Everyone else is like LA. But we're trying to get the locals in.
Yeah, no, definitely. Thank you guys. For
No
having me.
traffic though?
No traffic. Just the lights that were like, come on. I'm 3
Yeah.
minutes late.
No, you're actually really early. There's people that be like, "Oh, is it 7?"
Yeah.
It's alright though.
Yeah, I know that Danny last week came from like super deep LA though.
She's
They
super
came
far.
from.
Yeah,
They made a
she's
day
far.
out of it. They made a day
Yeah,
out of it.
I
But
went to the mall, and shopping. With Christmas time, I feel like everything's busy.
Yeah.
You can't go to the grocery store without catching traffic anymore.
Oh, yeah, no. You think it's 15 minutes. And it's like 40 minutes later. Where are you? I'm still in the line.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. That's why I don't go shopping for Christmas, guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure,
there
sure,
you go.
sure.
We'll see what everyone gets this year. It's gonna be my love.
right.
Yeah.
It's cool though to have someone else that's kind of localish in our area.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely,
You know what's
yeah.
sad is that even though she's still localish, we're still about 30 minutes
Yeah.
from her.
Yeah.
You know, that's
I guess
Sucks.
that's local.
you know what I mean. When we have to drive,
local, yeah.
she just know that she's 30 minutes ahead of us, which is gonna go to like L.A. or Orange
Yeah.
County.
Yeah.
You know, like
But
us.
still, that drive, huh? Going because we all do the similar show.
Similar,
So
yeah.
that drive, how is it for you? Do you mind the LA drive?
Actually, no, because I think we've done it so much that I think like the hour away is just like feels like 15 minutes. I don't know if
Okay.
it's me, and
Yeah.
I love to drive, so
Oh,
I'm
okay.
that girl that's in the car like singing all the songs,
Jamming
so,
out.
Yeah, so by the time I get there, it's usually that. But I'm usually late, so today I'm early. But yeah, so
She's
but
like,
I'm late
yeah.
all the time. So anybody knows me needs to tell me like 30 minutes or an hour ahead.
She's jamming out too hard.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
late.
No, I don't know if it's the rush. I think we all feel that. I mean, sometimes it's like you have to be there, and it's like 5 more minutes, 5 more
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
And I always do that. I haven't changed. I mean, I'm old enough now, but I'm still haven't changed that.
That's funny. I think today because you don't have no merchandise to haul with you,
No,
or it's
yeah.
like okay, I could just take myself.
No, funny thing is, since we had an event yesterday, this for the weekend, I had to take everything. I got to the car and I was like, everything's still in it, like pulling stuff out. Yeah. So I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That must have been, we can never really lock the door on our car. Well, actually, recently we've been taking my car.
Yeah.
So when we take my dad's truck, we got to take everything out because it's open.
Yeah.
You can't just trust
Leave
it.
Leave
in
it
the
outside,
back,
yeah.
And we
No.
live in San Bernardino. So sometimes it's scary to leave stuff out.
No,
But
anywhere, yes. Even my neighborhood. I mean, my neighborhood always. I mean, it looks kind of like a little town. Yeah, your dad's seen it, So it looks like a little town. But even there, you
Can't
can.
trust
Like if they
nobody.
see it in the car or anything, you don't know if
Yeah,
it's passing by.
Yeah.
it's like there's a lot of stuff in there. Let me see what's over there.
yeah,
type
and
of
you
thing.
carry a lot of like really like high end stuff. So
Yeah.
people are gonna see it,
Yeah.
and they're gonna want to try to snake it. You
Yeah,
know?
especially
Yeah.
if they find out, we've always talked about having, I want to get a van, one of those cargo vans.
Yeah.
And put the name on it and everything like that. But that also comes with a lot of like,
Oh, yeah.
what if
Dangerous
they,
territory.
We
you
found
know?
out. We found out the hard way. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
And we were so excited because we have a trailer.
I've seen the trailer,
With
yeah.
We
Wicked
have the-
Tea.
Yeah,
And
And
we're
we're
just like,
having-
yeah, that's the best idea.
yeah.
And then
I mean,
who was it that broke
Kenny,
our bubble?
it was Kenny.
Bursted our bubble. He's like, yeah, you're
Just don't leave anything
telling
in there.
people to jack you. Basically,
Yeah.
you
Or if
know.
you
I
got
was like,
haters or anything
you're
like that.
right.
We always talked about that, but I mean, it's just another thing of like leaving it white or
Yeah.
like put it. But
Yeah.
when you want you
Oh,
see
yeah,
that
it's
vision
a rolling.
and you
It's
want
a
that.
rolling billboard.
Billboard.
Yeah.
You know, you're on the freeway,
That's
or
what
even if
we're
it's just
trying
in
to-
your home,
Yeah.
people are seeing like, oh, okay, let me see what that's about. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, definitely.
it's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely the marketing points there, but you will get those attempts.
I mean, for us, for example, we were one time in Orange County.
Yeah.
We just got done at a Halloween. No, I'm sorry.
October Village.
October Village. We went to go have ramen, our normal routine.
Yeah.
And we got back, and my dad and I looked at the trailer. I said, the locks look a little funny. And they broke the locks off of the
Yeah.
trailer.
Well, they got
you
through
know?
one lock. The other one was pretty beaten, but
It
I
was
feel like
beaten,
they
but
got
they didn't
scared
get
off or
through.
something.
Oh.
And it's funny because we backed in the trailer a certain way
So
to
then
make
you-
sure they couldn't get in.
Yeah.
We backed up
People
like
are
really close to a
crazy.
car,
And they still tried.
and they still tried.
Yeah. I mean,
Comes with the turkey.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, they're always going to be looking for that type of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So. But no, I love it because again, it's like you have your car, you have your trailer,
Yeah,
you deck it
you
out,
want that,
you
yeah.
have
And
your
people are gonna
logo.
look like on the freeway. Everyone's like looking.
Oh,
What is that?
100%.
I Google every single time I see something. What is that?
Yeah, exactly.
There's a little van that goes around here that has kind of like the zombies, like
Oh,
okay.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
scratches and like, and it has the whole Red Queen on it, like, and I'm always like, what the heck is that?
See, it works. That's your
like,
proof.
I wanted to put a big old QR code on the back door of our
Oh,
trailer.
yeah.
That way, if anybody's
just-
driving on the freeway, just
They
be
can
like,
scan it.
bam, there you go.
That's
know?
smart, and I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, just make sure that you put your trailer away. You know,
Or
because it-
thankfully, we have it's stored inside.
That's good,
So
though.
it's not like we leave it out.
Yeah.
Bad thing is it takes up garage space.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
So anyway,
yeah.
enough about us.
Yeah, let's jump
Let's
into
get
these
some.
questions.
Yeah.
So Luna Cloth, I love that name, Luna Cloth. So why the name?
Luna is actually named, Luna Cloth is named after my dog, Luna.
Really?
Yeah. She's like Chihuahua mix, but I swear to you, she's like a bat. She's like, she fights with you, like she literally talks to you. So I just love my dog so much. For those who don't know, I have a bunch of dogs. I won't say how many because just in case anybody's watching. But yeah, so I love that name in general, and I put it there. The cloth came because we were gonna put clothing, and it was just kind of like a short version of it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we were just kind of I kept asking, like, first I've been bugging everybody that I was gonna start this business. So when
Yeah.
I started it, I was like, well, let me try to ask questions who if they like the name or anything. So they actually they picked that one. So my mom, my brother, everybody else.
Nice.
So you had a little poll going.
Yeah, I did, and then so far, I mean, that was the one that won. So
That's cool.
yeah,
Just like us.
yeah,
I like it
We
though.
all
Like
had a little
I think
poll.
Luna clothing would kind of sound a little long.
Yeah.
So
Not
Luna
only
Cloth
to
is like
that,
short and sweet.
I think it's more unique that
It's-
way too.
yeah, it's more unique.
Because how many clothing, right? There's a lot of different companies called some clothing or
Yeah.
this brand clothing. So Luna Cloth. I mean, you get the point of it. You're selling a lot of different clothing,
Yeah.
right? I mean, from dresses to shirts to
Sweaters,
sweaters to
hair
man,
accessories,
Jewelry,
Yeah.
all
bags.
purse, little bags. I mean, you got it all. So I think it covers a wide range of what you got.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I like that.
How long have you been doing Luna Cloth?
I've been doing Luna Cloth since the idea of when it actually came to was 2019.
Okay.
Those of you who don't know, I have lupus. It's an autoimmune disease. So I flare up here and there, and they do chemo infusions on me. And the last flare up was 2018, which lasted roughly 8-9 months. And when they finally started giving me less medicine, it was kind of like my wife was like, you know what, you need to do something that you want, like we have money in the savings account, and I've been talking about it so long that she was just like, do it. But it was like that whole thing of like, you keep talking about it, but it's always like, but we don't have the money. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like just I kept playing with it, but once she said do it, I kind of froze for like good 5 months.
Because you had the go ahead,
Yeah,
You're
it
like,
was
hey, now she's like,
support.
oh shit.
Oh,
nice.
shit,
Now
exactly.
she says she's good. Like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I've been talking about it so much that it was just like, when she said, yeah, do it. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
but yeah, that's how it happened. And so once we started getting stuff, and then I didn't know exactly where to start like everybody else.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm a shopaholic, so I'm an addict.
Yeah.
So I came to my wife was all like, okay, well, instead of being the addict, I guess you could be the dealer.
Now let me ask you: do you get high off your own supply though?
I I don't. I got
wow.
caught off a long time ago. I'm allowed one thing for each event. But yeah, no, I'm the type that's like, we had a whole room and it was just me, my stuff,
Yeah.
And but yeah, so now I just get like kind of that high of like thinking of what somebody else is gonna think of that shirt, Like
Right.
I literally buy thinking of people like, or like me, like how the same excitement that I would get off of buying those items that would be that I would get. So I think about that, like, oh, this sweater is so cute. This would go with this, and
Yeah.
and that's how I purchase for everybody actually.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And I personally, all your items I love because I
Oh,
loved all
thank you.
those clothing items, like your sweaters. I own like 5 of them.
Yeah.
You know, but every time we're at an event, I'm like, I know Luna's here. Yeah. And I go and I look, I go and I look at
She does.
everything, and I'm like, okay, like I don't always buy, guys. You
It's
know,
okay.
it's not on the budget for
She
me.
comes here and there. She,
Yeah, yeah, but no, I love all the like items you have because it's very like vintage.
It's a
style
specific style,
Halloween
yeah.
too.
Yeah, vintage Halloween. There you go. You said it. Like,
Yeah.
really.
That's exactly what I was going for. Yeah. The whole vintage vibe thing
Yeah.
came from my mom actually. When she was really young, she moved into my her aunt's house, and she used to make clothes from she was in the 1950s, you know, she used to make clothes, and she had patterns. So my mom didn't have money, so she used to buy just the cloth, and then from those patterns make her dresses. So my mom was dressing like the 50s and the 70s. So as she got a girl, she used to make those dresses for me, which I hated.
Aww.
I hated them. And then like around 14, she showed me, they brought her like all her old pictures from when she married my dad and how she looked as a teenager. And I fell in love.
Yeah, the look of it.
Yeah, just the whole look. So that came from her. So it was kind of like a mixture of what she gave me,
Right.
of like that, you know. She's also an addict, you guys. She loves clothes too, and that came from that. And so I kind of mix it like what she showed me
Yeah.
to what I love, which was Halloween. Since I was that weirdo kid that loved Halloween.
Yeah.
I've been dressing up. Even I'll be like 85 and still dress up. you
Yeah.
know?
That's
yeah.
what keeps it fun.
Yeah.
So what made you fall in love with Halloween though?
The truth is, I've always loved like the whole Elvira vibe. You know,
Yeah.
I even go back to Vampira. You know, like
Yeah.
my neighbor used to love Halloween, and she used to make costumes. So she would put all these movies on for me, and then I fell in love with the movie Carrie.
Okay.
Yeah, at a very young age, the whole fact of like having a woman just be like, you know, have that power, like all of a
Yeah.
sudden, you know, that burst of power. So I was like always intrigued by all that. And low key, my mom's always been those little brujitas of like candles and,
Yeah.
and things and, you know, rituals and stuff. So
Yeah.
I've had it from her, from my grandma, from my aunts, you know,
Yeah.
all that.
So it's kind of passed down too.
It's passed down, but the whole actual Halloween was just that. Like I grew up with it, and it was just so much fun. Everybody's so serious all the time, and it got to Halloween, and
Yeah.
you see people's like their inner child come out, you know,
Yeah.
when you're dressing
Yeah.
up for sure.
That's
Yeah.
so cute.
I think that's always the fun part about Halloween is to see, like, we give ourselves an excuse. So every year we throw a Halloween party.
That's
You
good.
know, it's like, all right, and we put on invitations. Like, if you're coming,
Yeah. It's
Mando,
costume.
you
You
got to
bet.
dress up,
Yeah.
or you ain't coming in. Like,
Oh,
we make
definitely.
it a point,
yeah.
you know.
I need to get invited to that
Yeah.
party.
I mean, the last few years, I'm not gonna lie, it's been lacking a little bit. You
Yeah.
know, we got to step up our game. But,
Yeah.
you know, it's
Well,
it's
but we
just-
still
it's
wear
so tough.
costumes.
No, no,
still
don't
wear
get me wrong.
costumes.
We still wear costumes, but I'm saying Halloween parties that we threw 5 years ago were
Oh,
okay,
ridiculous
okay.
compared to what we're doing now. But
Yeah.
anyways,
It's a different time though, you
Yeah.
know, like
we just had a conversation with I don't know who it was, but how Halloween this year was just like, you know, kind
It
of
was
just
so
passed,
fast,
and
yeah.
it was just like
it was fast.
me for example, I didn't even get to really enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like kind of take in October like you
Yeah.
would like. You know, because again, we're always so busy, including you. You know,
Yeah.
you're in the same industry, so
Yeah.
you're doing the same thing we're doing, right? You're vending every weekend, or you're doing this, or just packing orders, or whatever
Yeah.
the case. So I think this year Halloween just kind of slipped everybody,
Yeah.
and
I
then
think it did.
especially with COVID, right? When COVID hit, it kind of died,
Yes,
right?
it did.
Even though we were born during that time frame, but
Us too, me too. You know, 2019, 2020.
That's Isn't that a
everyone-
trip?
Yeah, that's crazy. A lot of all the interviews. It's 2019, COVID,
2020,
boom, you
yeah.
know.
yeah, but you know what? That's awesome because a lot of people, or not a lot, but a lot of vendors
Mm-hmm.
took the opportunity to say, "Hey,
To create something.
let's do something now."
Yeah,
That because I mean, reality is you're sitting at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we got to figure something out. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, okay.
Yeah.
I know for me, for example, I got sent home from working. You know. And
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
like, damn. All right. So now
Well,
what? You know?
my plan was a little bit before what happened to me. I think that my business would not have grown or started if it wasn't for COVID, as sad as
Yeah.
it sounds.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the reason why is because like small businesses in the type of like retro clothing that I'm in. They want like a brick and mortar store.
Yes.
They don't lend. And the only reason why they actually approved me was because nobody was ordering. So I came through like, come on, like, I have the money and
Yeah,
this and
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Just approve me already. And like, it was hard to try to get them to, I ended up sending like, there's 12 companies, main vintage retro companies that I've known because I worn them. So I send messages before, like, hey, I really want to start this, blah, blah, blah. Like, would you sell to me? And everybody said no.
Yeah.
Until one said yes.
Yes.
And then I just be like, okay, well, this one said yes. And
Yeah.
okay, now these two said yes. And I
Yeah.
started doing that. Like, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but if it wasn't because of COVID, nobody was ordering in the stores, I
That
wouldn't have
kin-
been able to purchase
So that kind of
anything.
got your foot in the door. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, well, shit, she's willing to,
So,
order
like,
and
go through
sell.
us,
and,
yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder now that everything's back in motion if they're back to letting no one in. Like how you like
I'm
how you-
don't
sure.
know.
I'm sure.
Yeah, so now that you're in,
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
100%.
now and I'm like always like blah blah blah. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
so I made a point of talking to them.
You have
for
your
the-
contacts for sure.
Oh, for sure now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
how
awesome.
it is.
See,
yeah.
I was always curious, and I don't want to be metiche.
No,
or
go
nothing,
for it.
But, so, how many different companies do you use to get all your? Because you offer so many different variety of clothing, right? So
Yeah.
is it like one company, or do you use multiple companies?
There's about in total there's 19 companies.
Oh wow.
But I purchased mainly from 9 of them.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
9. Okay.
So like little things here and
Yeah,
there
yeah,
that
yeah.
I purchased from everybody, but yeah, there's a lot of companies that sometimes I only have like a couple shirts, a
Yeah,
couple
yeah.
skirts, but the reason why is because there's not a Halloween company.
Right.
These are all retro stores that have 1 or 2 pieces are Halloween,
Okay.
and so I said, you know what, if I get all 3 pieces from each company, there's my clothing line. you know?
Right. They see that's crazy, and it's awesome because again, you just said you got that one initially,
Yeah.
and now you just said you work with 9.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's good. It's crazy to see that and to see that come to life
Yeah.
for you. It's cool. So
And I think it's really cool how, because when I shop specifically, I'm going to the Halloween tab.
Yeah.
Because that's our lifestyle.
Yeah.
So if anyone's like trying to shop these online brands, they can technically just go to you because you already did it.
It's already there.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
that's
Yeah.
pretty much what I was planning to do.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Offering
The
that.
Halloween tab.
Yeah. My idea was to walk in kind of like you guys, walk into a store where I know that it's just that.
Right,
Just
right.
Halloween.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Like I wanted to do that because it was always very hard. Like I said, if Halloween hit and I would be buying stuff like
Yeah.
like,
To stock up,
yeah,
'cause it's not
it's like the whole
year-round.
year,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, always people ask me the same thing. Your year-round Halloween? It's like yeah, like
Yeah,
that's
we
for
are-
the-
we
yeah,
are get
like,
that
I add here
situation,
and
yeah.
there little cute things that I see, like that are not Halloween
Right.
because I did start with just regular retro because the idea of Halloween did not like set in until once I was in like doing my like buying and see how people were purchasing, and once I saw that they were purchasing the stuff I like, which was the Halloween. I said, what the heck am I doing with just regular stuff,
Yeah,
Yeah,
might
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
You're providing that platform again
Yeah.
for people like Ashley, for example, that want to just shop that. So you're pulling all the,
All the
things
strings
we
there.
need.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So did you start with just a certain item and you worked into like handbags and accessories?
Yeah, I started with, I wanted originally to buy swing dresses.
Yeah.
Because my mom, those dresses,
vintage.
here comes the whole me denying it. And
Yeah.
then and all of a sudden it's like, I'm all full blown, like, why didn't I
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
And so I started buying that. My first dress that I ever purchased was 14. And I worked at the LA County Fair. It was $290. Vintage clothes are not cheap.
Nope.
Even reproduction ones. So I worked my little butt off for a week, and that's the first purchase I ever did in my life, actually. And I didn't wear it for like 5 years, but I purchased that dress. See, that's the addiction talking right there. And then, so I wanted to do that in the beginning. So that's what I bought. I bought swing dresses but the problem is that that community is very small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to find that niche was hard, honestly, you know.
yeah.
But somehow it all like the universe helps you, you know. Like
Mm-hmm.
and somehow I found where the people wanted that, you know. And
I was just gonna say because now you don't have that problem. You see a lot of people in your booth.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean. Where they're just going crazy.
no, I mean in your last event, I had 6 tubs of stuff, clothes, and you know you guys saw, and I left with like half of one.
nice.
goodness.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's always good. to
Thanks
get-
for doing our show too.
No,
Yeah.
no, thank you
That's
guys.
happening.
Honestly, and I've been wanting to do it. You know that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I was like, but there was always another event, and at the time we couldn't split up. Like my wife's working, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so I don't like to be like say yes to you and then be like I can't. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just
was
it is
was
what it is.
Wicked Fest this last one we just had?
Yeah.
Was that your first event with us?
That's the first event with.
Oh,
me.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Cool.
I'm happy you killed it.
Oh no, yeah, I was happy. I mean, it was like you know, I couldn't. I was like left and right. You know?
And it's
Right.
a little bit closer to you than going.
Yeah,
to
it was. Yeah, that's why it was like a whole relaxing thing. And you were literally like so close that, you know,
Right.
we just close down, let's go eat, and, you know,
Right.
relax.
There you
Yeah,
go.
not like, I don't have an hour to drive now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
That's the best.
you mentioned your first thing was going into the swing dresses and
Yeah.
paying $200 and $300. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so now to where when you have your product,
Mm-hmm.
you've made it affordable for everybody. You know, to be able to shop with you, right?
Yeah, correct,
So was
yeah.
that like a main thing for you to be like, okay, let me see what I can do to make it affordable, or what's kind of
Yeah, to the point, yeah, that I started seeing I mean, I could bring you beautiful things.
right?
They're expensive, but if you don't know the product, then that I had a lot of, and I still do. I still have problems with people who are like, "This is $60," and you're like, "Believe me, it's worth it." You know, like if you know the product, you know the
Right.
brand, know that they are legitimately really good product. You know, so
Right.
it's hard, but going back to that whole making it affordable, I'm actually making another step towards it. I started making my own cardigans. Remember I told you?
Yeah.
For the same reason, because not everybody wants to spend $60 on a
Right,
cardigan.
right.
Yeah.
Whether it's cute or not, you know.
Right.
Yeah, and right now we're in that point that we're all kind of like cutting corners left and right.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
I still want to have a business. And,
Correct.
I actually quit my job to do this business, you know. So I want to keep it
Yeah.
going. So I decided to like make it myself, and then so slowly I'm like adding more stuff that I'm making,
Mm-hmm.
so that I could make it affordable, and it's still that same vibe. you
Right,
know?
right.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, yeah,
That's
definitely.
so cool. So do you already have products out that you design?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
I've actually started. The reason why I started was we did the fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and at the fair, most companies they ask about a week or two for product, but some companies ask 3 months. So I'm at the fair. What's his name? Asylum. So
Yeah.
you know he's a friend, and he told me, he's like, "Come over here, girl. Like, what the heck you're doing?" We had just finished this really bad event,
Okay.
and then he's like, "Come here." In the last 2 weeks, so we did, and then the product was moving so fast that I was literally calling the companies like, I don't know, like give me whatever the heck you have, you know,
Yeah.
just send it. But the cardigans were taking long. They were like, I could have it for you like Thursday, and it was like the next week, and that was
Yeah.
the end of the fair.
Yeah.
So I was like, no. So I went on Amazon and bought a machine and started making my own cardigans. Went downtown. I already know because I shopped all those shops.
Right,
you know?
right.
Bought the cardigans, started making them, and like making them affordable, and they're still selling. I just recently started making more because at the time I didn't have the time. I was still managing the job and the
Right.
store when we were in the fair, you know.
Uh-huh.
But that's when it started because I was just like, I'm not gonna wait a
Yeah.
whole week, and people want stuff, you know. So I literally started making it. Spent all night making
Yeah.
it, and the next day was sell, and then make it again, and then just like,
So you had that right mentality. She was like, "No, well, let's see
Gotta
what I
make
just stay
money,
up
yeah.
and,
yeah,
and
grab-
make some more."
Yeah, that's exactly what I needed to do. So yeah, so it was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We had a break, you know.
Yeah.
So it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I was just like making constant things, and then on the Friday, Saturday, or whatever, you know. And then
Gone.
once the things, they were gone. Yeah.
That's awesome, though.
And you do a lot of events. Like I've just paying attention to your Instagram like makes me tired. And we do a lot of events ourselves.
Yeah.
I feel like you do double the amount.
On top of that, though, I think one of the biggest things that made me go, wow, is that you do all these events. 90% of the time, you're solo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are legit, like, and it's not like a small setup.
No,
No,
you
no,
have
no.
an elaborate.
It's like
like-
elaborate. and
She's
you
like
got
making a store.
Yeah.
A store for you.
amazing. You know, it's so amazing to see that you can pull
And
all
it's by
that
herself.
off
Like, how did
within
you
the
do that?
time frames that they give us.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
you
it's
just see her little self walking back and forth.
Yes.
back and forth
I
to your
walk
car.
Hustling.
sorry.
No,
I
you're
walk
good.
nine times
Yeah.
back and forth, and people just look at me and smile like, "Oh my god, this girl," you know. But-
hustling,
But
moving.
props to you because it looks like a little store, like a legit
does.
walk-in
Uh-huh.
store.
Well, I figure we're already there, and I feel like each booth is a part of you. You know,
Right.
Like how you everything when you walk into my store is literally me.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm very visual, and also because I'm very visual and I'm a little bit OCD, I change things constantly. So
Yeah.
you see my booth differently every single time, not because of you, it's just because I'm crazy, you know. And I want to see different things, like different angles. Sometimes certain angles bring, like if I put the bags on this side, would they sell more than the left? It sounds
Right.
dumb,
Yeah.
but it
No.
is
Oh,
true.
makes sense. Makes sense.
It's true that every time I move something, like if I'm there, you see, like you come back the next day, I moved everything because this side was selling more than this side. So now I need this product to move it. But
Right.
I constantly doing that, and it usually works. So
It's marketing right
That's
there.
marketing, yeah.
You know.
Even with your 6 foot setups, they're still elaborate. It's like you have a
Uh-huh.
table. Like how?
so that happened because of Asylum Home has like those what are those wood crates and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, I was offered an event, and then they told me I could only do 6 feet. So I was like, I got you, you know. I was like, I'm gonna do this. So I built up.
Yep.
You know, so that's what happened. Yeah. But now I like it, so I'm like carry it everywhere. So
Yeah.
yeah, because it's more visual. Like you see all the bags now. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And were bags something you started later on or all at the same time?
Well, bag is another addiction. Yeah. Yeah. I started seeing that they had during Halloween the first year they had they came out with more Halloween bags. So within their retro bags, they had like little spiders and stuff like that. So I started like I was like, well, you know what? Let me add bags. And then it
Yeah.
was like, let me add accessories. And so just kind of, if I see it and I like
Little
it.
by little.
Yeah, I spend most nights just looking at like for new companies or new things that that you guys might like or the girls might like. So, yeah. My wife used to be like, I've been doing this and I didn't know why I was doing this, but I've been doing this for a good 18 years of just spending either on the computer, just saving pictures, or like on my phone. If you see my phone, there's like no family in it. It's just like pictures of the things that I
Products
liked
and-
and products that I've seen. I didn't even have a store at that time or the idea of it, but I was doing this constantly. And it's kind of like how the universe speaks to you all the
Yeah.
time, that I didn't know what I was doing. And once I was shopping, I was like, well, I was already used to it, to the point that I was like, oh, okay, like it just flows, you know,
Right,
like
right.
2, 3 in the morning, I'm over there like
So you literally turn your hobby into your.
into my
job,
business.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
That's
what
so
it was.
cool.
Yeah.
That's legit like shopaholic, right?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like,
See,
yeah.
I'm telling you, it's addiction
I'm
is
gonna have to
real.
talk to my mom because
Yeah, right.
she's
Mom,
doing
you're
it
gonna have
wrong.
to figure something out.
The amount of shopping she does, she can do something with it.
Yeah, so definitely, yeah.
That's
for
so
her own store,
funny.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any point where because I know primarily you carry like female attire, the
Yeah.
skirt and the dresses. Are you ever considering bringing out more things for the guys or?
You know what? Every single show, men get mad at me all the time. Like,
Really?
look, this is something I would wear. Why aren't you bringing men? The idea of like the whole girl, just keeping it girls, just for girls, is mainly just because I'm only one person.
Yeah.
And I only have a booth of a 10 by 10.
Yeah.
If we have two booths of a 10 by 10 out in these, I mean, maybe in the shop online.
Yeah.
But I like to just focus on one thing. And I'm not like, I don't know how men dress, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
you know?
No,
and
100%.
it's even worse. Like, I
Statistically,
would-
too,
yeah.
women spend most of them, 80% of women. It's
Yeah,
gonna be the
and
women.
also like, I mean, not to put it in that way, but I'm a lesbian, so I'm not looking at a guy, so I don't know how they dress
Right,
or what
right,
they would
right.
like.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I think again, going back to the statistic of it, women do a lot of shopping.
Yeah, most of the
You
shopping.
know, and I don't
actually.
want to sound like, hey, what about the guy? No. I'm just saying from experience, us being at all these different, we've done, God, I don't know how many shows now.
Yeah.
And women are the ones that spend
the
the
money.
money
Yeah.
and
No, they
are
do.
doing the shopping. You know,
Oh,
and they'll
yeah.
take the time. Even us, we sell T-shirts. They'll take the T-shirt, they'll look at it. You know,
Yeah, they're shopping for the
you know,
man,
pull the
yeah.
sides out or whatever the hell they do, and
Yeah.
yeah, I'll take this one. You know,
Yeah.
and where generally if you get a guy that comes up to you, it's
Like
more
that
like,
one.
I'll take that one. Thanks. I'll throw it back. You know, done.
Yeah, and they're like, we're always like, you want to see it? Nah,
Nah, it's
they're
good.
good.
Looks
Put
like
it
that one. Cool. Throw it in the bag. You know. So, but no, I think you definitely got something going where it's just, you know, a woman-based apparel.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, because they love, and again, your setup. It's really attractive to come up to the
Eye-catching.
booth.
I try to do
very
that.
eye-catching.
That's
like,
that was my idea of it. Whenever you want to see, because you want to see you could put a skirt right there, but if you see it on the mannequin,
yes,
and you see what I put, like, oh, I didn't think of putting that one with that one.
Right,
And I
right,
always
right.
get that. I always get compliments on the mannequin. That's kind of like my thing. I always go like, you know, like that's what I
You're like,
want.
dressed
I
that
dressed
one.
her.
Yeah, once you put it up there, I put it up there so because it caught my eye at the
Right.
time or whatever. But I put it up there so that mostly me visually, but it was for somebody else to like me to go to be like, oh yeah, I would want that.
Yeah. I
Dang,
think
you have a whole like strategy.
Oh,
to shop for-
100%.
She's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna get people like me to buy for me.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know?
That's exactly how it was.
smart.
you
Yeah.
definitely have a whole strategy, and it works. Like I
Yeah.
said, I don't think I've been around at your booth and there's nobody in the damn booth. I mean,
Yeah.
it's literally, I've seen you going crazy, to be honest. I've seen you at
Yeah.
times where, one time I remember very, very good where you had I don't know why, you changed it up, but you had a table in front of you and the clothing was behind you.
Oh,
so
yeah.
people had to ask to see it, and you were
Yeah.
like, which did you want to see? Like, you were just like, after that, I never saw that setup. After that, I
Yeah,
never.
yeah.
She
You
was
know
like,
what?
that
Yeah, I
is-
know that. I know. No, the reason why was that's that Spooksy boo that what's it called? Frankenstein.
Okay.
Yeah, so he gave me some space and was like, take it more, you know. So
Uh-huh.
I was just like, okay, but if I run behind it, I'll be able to look at more because he told me there's a lot more people that come through, you know. So like I would suggest you kind of build like everybody else is building, you're behind, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I like that because you still see it. I'm still
Oh,
have
yeah.
a little more control. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
you're right. At that point, I had like 4 bags and people are giving it to me. So I'm just like
Yeah.
multitasking. It was insane.
Yeah,
was
I just
like-
remember that. I was like, oh, yeah, she's busy. Nope.
Yeah,
nope.
and you're by yourself at that time.
I was
too.
by myself
Yeah.
at that time, and I like the rush.
Yeah.
I feel like I played soccer like most of my life,
Yeah.
so I get the same rush that I used to get from playing like the first day, like game day. I get it on like events.
Yeah.
I get the
That's
same
awesome.
thing. Like I stopped playing because I got injured, but and I can't see a women's soccer game because I get antsy.
Okay.
My palms start sweating. My foot are like like wiggling, you know. And so I get that rush now. Like I moved
Like you
it
used
towards
to.
that, yeah. But I get excited and I'm like, yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, yeah.
You're all pumped up.
And
Yeah,
the rest,
yeah, I'm
and
totally,
the rest of us
yeah.
that morning were all like, let's do
Let's
this.
do this. Let's do this. No, you know, I'm always like dancing and doing
Yeah.
things, you know, and I like to pump myself up for that.
She's a one-woman party.
Yeah.
For sure.
So how many shows have you done this year? Because the end of the year, you know, you're wrapping it up.
Yeah. Well, I want to say how many weekends is it?
Right? And how many weekends is there? 52?
I should have brought you.
Is
Yeah.
it 52?
I want to say a good probably 60, 70 shows because I do Saturdays and Sundays.
Oh,
At one
wow.
point, I was doing not just Halloween events, but I would do like the Torrance Flea Market, the
Yeah.
Roseville Flea Market. I do all these little events here and there throughout the month. I stopped because now it was more, the shows are more like Saturday, Sunday, you know.
Yeah.
The events. But yeah, I was doing sometimes Friday nights. They do certain events on Thursday nights too. You know, so
Yeah.
I say a good 70 probably.
Yeah.
Holy
She's
crap,
hustling.
dude. Let me ask you, do you miss, because a lot of people, you know, we talked about it last week with Danny and a lot of our vendors, you know, but people don't realize that every weekend is gone for you. You know,
Yeah.
do you miss the weekend, or have you more adapted to like, you know what, it's cool because again, the normality nowadays
Yeah.
is the weekend you have off to go and go
Yeah.
do stuff, right?
Yeah.
But us, for example, every weekend we're doing something.
Yeah.
We're working.
Yeah.
So for you, are you used to that already? Did that kind of bother you, or how does that, you know?
It doesn't bother me because I had friends who own clubs.
Uh huh.
So all my 20s, we partied hard We partied Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh,
So I
wow.
was out there, like
Yeah.
So at 30, I hit 30. I was just tired, So I was like, let's instead of put this energy somewhere else,
Yeah.
And but yeah, that's it. I partied myself out so much and then during the week we still do stuff like I have date night with my wife at
Right,
Disneyland
right.
every Tuesday, so I still do stuff. I mean, everybody misses doing something on the
Right.
weekend,
Well, I'm
of
saying,
course.
if
but
there's a family birthday or something,
Yeah, no.
obviously you're not going to make it, right?
I have that all the time with my
Yeah.
nephews, but I try to make it up, here and there. Yeah.
You're like, I'll take you to Disneyland.
Oh,
shut up.
yeah. I'm actually going tomorrow for
Okay.
their. I mean, they're not watching, so it's okay. For their Christmas present tomorrow, me and my wife are gonna take them.
Oh, that's cool.
By the time it comes out, they're
Yeah, it
already-
won't come out till
yeah,
Thursday, so they'll be
yeah.
all right.
That's fun.
Yeah.
We're actually gonna go to Disney too.
Friday.
On
Oh, you are?
Friday,
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
celebrating our birthday this weekend.
How
so.
cute! Happy
Yeah.
birthday!
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
definitely. I celebrate every year in Disneyland. I'm also
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're
She's
like-
I'm a
a Disney
Mouseketeer.
adult.
She's the
So
Disney adult right
Yes.
there. That's my
That's
sister
funny.
Jess. She's all
Yeah.
into it. This
Yeah.
one, we have to drag her ass to Disney.
By
Yeah.
teeth.
You know, and
Yeah,
I ask
really?
her, I'm like, Ashley, what do you like? Like,
there's two kinds of people, right? The ones that love it, the ones that don't want to be there.
Yeah.
It's not that. Okay. Growing up, it's gonna sound we're spoiled. We were spoiled. I'm admit it.
Yeah.
We were there a lot, and I would think they would have grown out of it a little bit. Like I'm a little tired of it. They didn't. I did. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, guys. The other reason I go is because my nephew and my niece.
Yeah, no, well,
We
yeah.
want to be there for that.
Yeah.
But now it's our birthday, and they're like, "You want to go to Disney?" I was like,
Okay, let's do this. Let me
It's because they
pretend.
promised me a buffet. That's why I'm going. And I just want to say I was wearing this cardigan first, guys. if you're
Oh,
watching
Lord,
on YouTube,
They
here
totally
we
planned
go.
it.
I was dressed
They're like
since like
fraternal
11.
twins.
He just got here.
I just got here, guys.
No,
Yeah,
no,
straight
yeah,
up, not gonna lie.
Yeah. See, I was
But-
wearing this all.
It's because
day.
you haven't enjoyed Disney as an adult. You only go
Yeah.
with our niece and nephew when we're like, oh, let's
Yeah.
walk to this ride.
Let's
and
go ride
let's
a
go
Little
do
Mermaid.
this. But if you go by
I've never
yourself,
done it
Yeah.
either,
Yeah,
so-
you can do whatever you want.
You can't no more.
When we
No.
go, it's like literally we walk in, we eat, we like maybe get a drink or something, and then one ride, two rides, let's go.
Yup, that's
Dude,
it.
that's the
Max.
life.
That's
I mean,
it.
I have
And you
kids and
just-
I still do that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You stroll through and you stroll out. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody's stressing out around you, and you're like,
Y'all better get in line. It's long over there. I'm gonna go over here though.
I think once you think of the lines, anybody that goes and is not a Disney fan, don't think of the lines. Just think of what you're doing. Like
I think for me, it's just the vibe of
Yeah,
being there. I
me
want to
too.
hang out and
yeah,
I
that's
get
that's definitely my happy place for sure.
Yes.
And my favorite part is going to get Starbucks.
No,
Yeah.
you got the
It's like
Starbucks,
California
you got the
Adventure?
Michelada,
Yeah,
we get
now.
the spicy corn dog. And,
And you know what's funny? We spend most of the time at California Adventure
Oh, you do?
because it's
Yeah.
the best.
because Disneyland is just too packed.
No,
Yeah.
Disney, I
is.
like it more at night.
Oh yeah.
Nighttime, I love the lights. I love all that stuff. Disney actually rejected me, so whatever.
Aw.
Because you have holes in your ear.
Believe it or not, they didn't like the fact that I had holes in my ears.
What?
So they had hired me, and the lady's like, I like it. We want to hire you. We're reaching out. But she grabs
Can you believe
me.
he was gonna be Mickey Mouse?
No.
I'm just like,
That's actually one of my dreams to be like one of those
Characters?
mascots.
Oh,
I
a
know,
character?
like
Ooh,
Dude,
no
you're
way.
too tall to be Mickey and Minnie though. You have to be like
tiny.
4'11" or something like that.
And then you're
4'9".
sworn to secrecy.
I'm 5'2" though. I'm like close. Like, I could just squint, like,
Yeah.
and we're there.
and then you have to join a secret society. You can't tell no one you're Mickey or any character.
Actually, I met in high school, in college. I knew the one that played the Red Queen. It was a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like he's super tall too. Like but
That's
he,
so funny.
yeah.
The Red Queen. Who the hell's that?
Like the Queen of
From
Hearts?
Alice
Queen
in
of
Wonderland,
Hearts.
the Queen of Hearts.
Oh.
She's like,
Oh.
off with your head.
Yeah.
I have to give an example.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but they rejected me because I had holes in my ears. And they're like, well, we're not telling you to sew them up or
Oh
have
my God.
cosmetic
Put tape-
surgery.
Put tape.
No, but we can't have that.
Oh
so
my
let
God.
me know what you're going to do. I'm like, you're crazy, lady.
well, I'm not
I'm
so
just
big
saying.
in my ears.
They're like, I'm not telling you, but if you want the job, you gotta.
Yeah, she's like,
You
"But
gotta
we'd love
sew
to
'em
have
up."
you. Like, the worst part is I was going to work overnight on rides.
Oh, that's even worse.
I
That
was
they were
like,
just
so
trying
I'm not even
to.
going to see anybody. You're
You want me to
going
do
to
that?
hide me.
You're gonna see the ghost.
I'm going to work on rides, and I still got
Yeah.
to shut my ears. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways.
That whole story about the Cardinal, that is funny. I just had to point that out.
What?
You copied me.
Oh my god.
Talk about expensive cardigans. I mean, this
Yeah.
company,
Yeah,
you
this
know,
company.
Yeah. It's nice though.
I think it was like 2 something for 2,
Oh wow.
yeah.
but it was worth it.
See, that's exactly.
See,
it.
like that's how I think too when I'm shopping quality, you know.
Yeah.
So if I'm buying a piece from you, I know it's gonna last me. It's gonna look good as a statement, you know.
Thank you.
Now I'm at the age I'm at, I kind of think about that more. I
Yeah.
don't just go to Ross anymore. No offense to Ross. I love Ross
I was
too.
gonna say I go to
but
Ross.
if I'm like, because back then
"Don't be
I
denying
would
Ross."
I would never buy
Get
a
us in
$60
trouble.
sweater.
100%.
But now I'm like, okay, I'm not thinking the pros. It's gonna look real good here. It's the quality. It's a statement. It's to
It
build
takes
the
her, like,
wardrobe.
a
No,
day to
no,
think
I
about
think
it.
too. Like, okay, for example, some of the products that like she carries, you're not gonna find that at Ross. You're not gonna find
A lot
that.
of people tell me that they're like, I'm here because there's not gonna find it
you're
anywhere.
not gonna
not.
find.
I have dads that take girls,
Mm-hmm.
little girls, and they're like, just grab it, grab it. It's not like you see her all the time, you know. Like you're
Yeah.
not gonna find this anywhere, you know.
Yeah.
If you like
Yeah.
it, take it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And it's a style that it's not gonna go anywhere. You know what I mean? You can have this cardigan for 10 years. It's gonna be fine.
People
You
are
can-
looking
Yeah.
at us like it's Christmas.
I don't give a
Christmas.
shit.
Yeah.
Well, follow la la la, buddy.
I think that all of us are just like we were talking about that all the Halloween, the people that love Halloween is like all the people that have zero fucks to give. You know?
Oh,
We
yeah,
don't care.
100%.
Yeah.
I
We
mean,
you see us and it's like yes, it's December 1st. Yes, it's December 1st. This is my spider. Yes.
and
it's
don't get me
December
wrong, I
1st.
love Christmas.
I was just
love
about to call you out.
Christmas.
He loves Christmas over
but
Halloween.
It
100%.
doesn't change the way I dress. You know, she
Yeah.
gives me shit because so I dress like this 90% of the time. There's
Yeah.
times where I wear cowboy boots.
Yeah.
I like my boots.
Yeah.
You know, and I wear my
Keep wearing them,
jeans.
man, yeah.
And, but she's like,
Don't let them
no,
bully you."
no, you can never, you're not 100%. I'm just like, what? Like,
Oh yeah,
I
she
was
bullies
so
us
vibe.
I just
hardcore.
fuck with them. Like, oh, you're a poser.
you know,
She was
I'm just like, oh shit, here we go. Because you look in our closet, and I have a serious problem because
Yeah.
I look in my closet, right?
Yeah.
Nothing but a horror t-shirt. I kid you not, nothing.
Yeah.
We gotta post a picture one time on social media of everybody's
That's
closet.
that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
And then so I'm like, my wife's like, "Dude, just wear a polo for dinner, right?
Yeah.
Like just a regular polo. I'm looking in the closet. I'm like,
They're all Halloween.
I don't have a
don't even own
regular
it.
polo.
That was me on Saturday because we had to like dress up for a party, and I'm here looking at my closet. I was like, okay,
yeah.
What?
Oh, I
horror
got
shirt,
yelled at.
horror
Oh,
shirt,
yeah.
horror shirt.
I have an issue with everything's black. You know.
Oh,
same.
yeah.
I can't find anything we have like a kind of chair in our room,
Uh-huh.
and that is usually like I can't find anything. Throw
Yeah.
everything on there, you know. It's like everything's black. She's like, well, everything's black. That's your fault, you know.
Yeah.
Like, searching
That's the
and
best.
searching.
It's
Yeah.
easy to match.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
looking for my shirt. Which one?
The black one.
They
So-
are
Which
black.
one?
So on Saturday we had like a formal
Yeah.
birthday party for my aunt.
Yeah.
So I believe Jessica wore Doc Martens,
Yeah.
Ashley wore Doc Martens, and I wore
We're all dark.
and I wore
marked.
tuck shoes. You know, so I was like, well, this is
These
as
are our
good as
dress
it's gonna
shoes.
get, guys. Like,
My mom's like, Ashley, this is black tie attire. And I'm like, well, I'm wearing a dress
Yeah.
with my dog.
Yeah.
And she's like, really? I was like, you know how much these dogs costed me? More than those little shoes
Shoes
you're
that
wearing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely. Yeah.
Surprisingly, I had a colored polo.
so did I. I don't know
I
where
was,
I got it.
I
out
was
of.
wearing black with a white polka dot. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Wednesday
yeah.
Addams.
No, but I give
Yeah,
props.
I'm a fan of the polka dot. I actually got married in a pencil dress, a black pencil dress with polka dots on it.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a vintage pinup.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nice, that's
Nice,
cute.
nice.
Your mom looking at you like, told you you're gonna like vintage.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Now
funny.
it's pretty funny when I told her. So this is when I was like, look, this is what I'm selling. Because my parents are in Mexico, they retired, and then I sent her a picture, and she's all like, "Really? Like all those times I would put you in those dresses?" And it's like, yeah, I was like, "I know. Don't tell me about
Like,
it."
now I'm making money
Like,
off
yeah.
of
She's
it.
like, I want to
It
cut
turns
from
out
that.
you were right. They're beautiful.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That
No,
is that is
but
cool.
I want to give props to people that wear docs because my feet were hurting.
Really?
Really?
Why?
The other day, I was just like, damn, my feet hurt already. Like,
You
I'm
know
gonna
what?
take my shoes off.
Iris
like,
says that all the time. She's like, "How could you wear these?" Because my whole thing is, I want to see her in dogs, and
Yeah.
she doesn't like them. Every single time we purchase it, she does not like. Not
Yeah,
like
They got,
them.
they're mid. They're,
no, they're not comfortable.
Yeah,
You
she's
gotta
always
be-
says that. It's like, why
Summer
would you
heavy,
wear that?
Summer heavy.
Yeah, but you
I
gotta
have
be a bad
canvas-
bitch to wear 'em.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
see,
right.
Yeah,
my boots,
exactly.
they were heavy. We were at an event that day too, and I was just like, my feet already hurt. Like, where's my Crocs at? Like, after we already did, because it was a surprise party, we were like, okay, people are here, we already did the surprise. I was like, I'm gonna go get my Crocs. Like, I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to wear these no
strong
more.
girl.
And then
Yeah.
Ashley's
I
just
go
like,
clubbing in these.
Yeah.
So I was nervous.
I go sell on all these. So we're
Yeah. I
moving
know
up and
you
down.
do.
So yeah.
I was nervous because I actually bought my first pair of all leather Crocs, right, which were the
No,
Goonies
Doc-
ones. Oh, I'm
Docs.
sorry,
Stocks.
Docs, because I did buy my first pair of Crocs too that they forced me to
Oh
buy.
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
yeah, we did.
I haven't gone to the dark side yet.
You
I
will.
was good for years.
I
was
told
good
you,
for-
right? Weren't you the one that stopped by with them, or somebody stopped by, and they were like telling me, they're like, "Oh, they're so." Oh no, you know what? Who was Delightfully Jess. She has some Crocs, and she stopped by, and she's like, "Don't look at my feet." She's like, "Cause I always said I'm not gonna wear them, you know." And then I was like, she's like, "But they're really comfortable."
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like,
they
Everyone
are.
says that.
and I'm always like, "No, I don't think I'm going there just yet." Like,
Trust me, I tried to, but no. So I bought my first pair of Doc Martens, all leather. Where the Goonie dropped when they dropped.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Goonies.
yeah.
And I
I
was
saw that.
nervous because I was like, man, they're gonna be a bitch to break in, this and that,
Yeah.
you know. And no, but because I have a pair of the canvas style, right?
Yeah.
And I love those too. But these, the first day I wore them, yeah, they were tight and
They
all that.
are.
But now, I mean, I wear them just fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they are heavy. They are.
You have to stretch them to
rugged.
your feet.
Uh-huh.
you definitely just have to not think of that pain or anything. Like,
Yeah.
I look fabulous.
Beauty's
Now-
pain.
Now, all the dogs and all the talk about shoes, have you ever considered
Uh-huh.
bringing that stuff into your shop?
Yeah, shoes. Yeah, I'm definitely. I am a shoeaholic. Yeah, also a shopaholic. Yeah. I was going to do it last year, but we decided to just invest more in the cardigans. That's why you guys see more cardigans, more clothes in the store. So I decided just mainly that. But yeah, for sure. I mean, it's coming. You know,
Right,
for sure.
right.
That's
It's
just
in the
something you
works.
can. Yeah. But I just hope that they just keep seeing that the Halloween community is growing.
Oh yeah.
And that they are buying, you know. So I just hope that they see that, so that they have the products, I could purchase it, so
Right,
you
right,
guys
right.
could have that, you know, like, or they could have that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I always we wanted to get into it too, of trying to get into like the cardigan stuff and
Yeah,
what is that brand? Coolsville?
Coolsville,
It's like the pinup stuff too.
Creepsville.
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 And
Yeah,
get
yeah,
them in store
definitely.
too, but
Yeah.
I haven't done the legwork for it. You know,
You should definitely. They are great. I have Creepsville, but I mainly carry their their necklaces, like the jewelry,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
hair
yeah.
stuff. But yeah, they have great products. They are you know, freaking lovely people. You know, I really really like. They're so helpful. You know, like they get your stuff right out, and yeah, definitely just message them. I'll give you their information, and definitely message them and be
maybe
like,
that's
yeah.
something Wicked Boutique will have in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
I
Yeah,
kn-
you guys
yeah,
should. Yeah, it's something that and everybody loves it. You know, like they're so good with their products too. You know.
Right,
yeah,
right,
and-
right.
Yeah.
I know I purchased a couple wallets from them
Yeah.
in the past.
Yeah.
Their backpacks
Their
are dope.
backpacks, yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
cool things to have, you know.
Yeah,
in
and
store.
I definitely think that brand definitely suits you guys.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, you should really try it, and it's not too expensive or anything like that.
Yeah. So going back to like Disneyland, is that like your escape then?
That
from
is
work
my escape. Yeah,
and
yeah.
That's what you like
Like-
to do for fun.
Yeah, now it is. Like I was begging forever for us to have like a season pass, and my wife is like you. She's like, oh, I'm here, but she's turning slowly because it's just I did the whole like we're just gonna go have dinner and this and that, like something short, nothing that like lasts too long because she's just kind of like let's go,
Yeah.
But yeah, like I turned it more into that like fun date night. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
We just whatever we need to do, let's go. It's not like I'm
Yeah.
gonna be
And it's your escape
going
from
every
work.
Yeah,
too.
definitely. So it started helping us too. Yeah.
I think it's cool though. Like you just go and kind of no agenda. Let's just go and relax.
Exactly,
and,
yeah.
Hey, let's pick up a drink here and there because then there's some
Yeah.
Disney adults over there that when they go, they have an agenda. No, we got to try this, buy that, taste it. You
like,
taste this. I'm gonna taste that. I'm gonna drink this. Let's do it.
No,
And then
okay.
the night
In
comes
this
like, we didn't
order.
finish. Like, oh,
No,
hell
okay,
no.
like-
What kind of relaxation is that? You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying
Look,
to be
you
like
don't
Yeah,
have to
like-
copy me. I want to try this certain food,
Yeah.
and I want to do it. You don't have to be right behind me and be like, yeah, I want to try it too.
But
Like,
where's the fun? You know?
Yeah,
You're like,
no, yeah, I
Nah,
get you.
man,
They
that's
crack
too
me up.
much, bro.
Yeah, well, if truth be told, I'm actually like a creature of habit. So I mainly do the same things every single time. So like
That's
I
us.
get there, I get the chicken, I eat. I'm right next to the Haunted Mansion. I ride the Haunted Mansion. I go here, I just kind of do the same things.
Yeah.
And then I go home.
Yeah, and then I go home. Exactly. Then I'm like, ice cream, Disneyland has the best ice cream,
Yeah.
hands down. Like I don't know if it's because you're already in that atmosphere
Uh-huh.
that you're like, like. And
It's
we're
what they
always-
put in the air.
Honestly, for sure.
all
I
the
swear to you,
smells and all that.
they definitely do put something in the air for sure.
Yeah.
Some type of crack around there, like Disney crack.
Yes.
Where do you get your ice cream?
It's right next to. Well, it's on what's it called? Main Street. And as your it's like in the right next to where they sell the pineapple thing. There's a little like they have like a pastry thing,
yeah,
or like where the yellow umbrellas are.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know the name. I'm trying to think of it. Right next, like the next little building. That's where the ice cream is at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
where that's at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called I'm not gonna tell you because you guys gonna make fun of me.
She
It's called,
even
like,
knows that thing.
Yeah. It's yeah. Never
It's,
mind.
Yeah, I
it's
don't
called
know.
the ice cream place.
Yeah, the ice cream place, guys.
Is it the
Jolly Rogers?
I think
No. Is it?
It's next to
to
it
that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
So
Sure.
what's your future goals for Luna Club?
Future goals is I definitely want to open a little store. I
Okay.
was going to do it this past year. Like I was really like I was trying to look for a place. I wanted to open it at the Rancho Cucamonga. What's it called? What is that mall called? I'm trying to think.
Victoria
Gardens?
Victoria Gardens. There's some like kiosks that are like enclosed right there,
Uh-huh.
and I've been keeping an eye on it. And one day it was open, and as I went, and it was like around August, September, and I was like, yeah, it's time, let's do it. It's finally there's it's available, but I couldn't reach the people, and something told me like just maybe you should wait just one more
Yeah.
year because we're still not out of this whole pandemic thing.
Right.
Whether we're all getting sick or not, everybody's still kind of like not spending as they were before.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I was just like, well, maybe it wouldn't hurt to just wait one more year and get a little more stable and see how that goes. I'm also my online just barely started picking up, and so the shows are the ones that are bringing the main money
Right,
for
right,
me.
right.
But it's mostly also because I do them so much, like
Yeah.
I mean, you're bound to make some money through that. So, but yeah, once once I see that it's getting better, the economy, I think I would jump into it next year for sure.
Nice. Have a nice little brick and mortar to have. And
Yeah,
shop
something
and-
something small. I mean, I definitely want to start somewhere
I
tiny.
know exactly what you're talking about. Too. It's where those bags are. They have those.
Yeah.
bags, those-
Exactly.
yeah.
The one next to them in the well, I wanted originally the other one at the other end,
Uh-huh.
but the middle one was the one that was open, and they have a turnaround really fast. So I mean, sooner or later,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get what I needed. Like so,
100%.
I'm just my eyes there. Or I also saw a little space next to Rad Coffee in Upland.
Okay.
I lived in Upland for a while, so. That was like kind of my stomping ground. So there's a little space right there that I'm also keeping an eye out. So
Ooh, so
but
you
for
can
sure.
see a Luna Cloth with her store next year, hopefully.
Yeah, so I mean that's the plan. At least there's a 5-year plan for sure. There.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That's cool though. I mean, do you just have everything so strategically laid
It's
out?
like
It's
a
awesome.
legit business
Yeah,
plan
you don't
in
just-
her head.
Right.
That's been the like it's like little steps that I've been taking.
But
for
I
sure.
mean, like your wife had mentioned to you, you've been doing it for 18 years. You just didn't even know it.
Yeah,
From the
exactly.
shopping to the screenshotting to
To the-
I like this stuff. This will be perfect.
yeah.
So I mean, but now that you do have your business,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you have it so strategically
Yeah.
planned out from the selling points to you know what, it didn't work like this today. Let me mix it around. Because we don't do that. You know what I mean? It's us is like we're gonna put our shirts up. This goes here. This goes here. Yeah. So it takes a certain individual to be like, you know what? Let me switch it around. Because it man. So you just have everything so like you said, like a
It
5-year
takes
plan.
a little crazy to do a little crazy, like I think about it like that. I always say that it's my OCD that's like, oh, it's just, and she knows certain events. I didn't want to say no, like I
Uh-huh.
said. So last year I said I'm gonna. We're 2 years. This is our second year, right? So the first year was like here and there. Nobody knew me. I started making friends. Okay, now I know people. They invited me, and I said, you know what? This year, I'm not gonna say no to anything. Nothing. Small, big, large, whatever it is. You saw me everywhere. You know?
Yeah.
And it was for that
That's why
same
she did
reason.
ours.
Yeah.
She wasn't gonna say no this year.
I didn't.
So
So,
now-
when we said that, I needed her to go and to do one event when we were doing 2 or 3 events.
Oopsie.
Sorry.
Sorry, Siri.
Siri, no one's talking
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah. So she had to go to one event, and I was in another one. So we had to do that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time
Yeah.
doing
A
events.
lot of I mean, 70 events. Just break that down. That is a lot of events, dude.
Props to you.
Yeah, it was. I mean, and it's. I think that I'm not gonna do that again. Definitely.
So we got to book her this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For
For
our-
anything
for-
we have next
for
year.
Yeah,
next year.
exactly.
So that she can't say
And I
no.
told you too. You got to tell me, man. I'm already in like February
Yeah.
or April or March. You know, like yeah. No. Yeah. I overdid it. I know that.
You feel burned out at all?
If you talk to me on Sunday, yes. But if you talk to me right now, no. You know,
Right,
that
right,
was
right.
kind of like, that's kind of it. But yeah, I stuck to my word and I finished through, you
That's
know.
awesome.
So that's all I wanted to do, even like during the weeks that I knew that I wasn't going to get any money, but just like advertising. I take all these events as advertising because when I started, I invested roughly like 2-3 grand into just MySpace and not MySpace, Facebook. See how old I am? Facebook and Instagram, and nothing came through. Like
Wow.
it was just really bad. So I felt like it was wasted money.
Right.
So once they were like, oh, it's 200, 250, 300, even 400 for a big event or 500, I take that as like that's that advertisement I was going to spend and that
Right.
I wasn't going to get anything because I
Right, right.
didn't to compare to I'm going to get a sale or
I think
two
now,
or
though,
spread it
too,
out.
where you're at, it's like you're more established. You know what I mean? So it's like when you're there, people gravitate to the Luna Cloth booth, right?
Yeah, first go
Because-
check what it is and be like, I'll come back. You know,
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
Yes. So now now that you're more established, it's to that point, right? But in the beginning, of course, everybody's just trying to get their name out. and
Yeah.
pass out as many business cards or whatever it
yeah,
may be.
yeah.
you know,
I actually in the beginning I did pass the like the cards and stuff. I would like pass all the time, like constantly.
Yeah.
And I realized that nobody that doesn't want your if you give them the card and they don't want it, just gonna throw it away.
Yeah.
So I don't give out cards unless they want it.
Okay.
So I did that, and I did that also with my Instagram. My Instagram, anybody that has added me is because they added me.
Right,
And then
right.
I usually add them back. Try to get back and try to add them, and for the same reason, because I feel like the clientele that's already in my Instagram are my clients. and
Yeah, for
they
sure.
want to purchase somebody
It's
that
organic.
has nothing to do with what I'm selling or what the style is. What would they want? You know, just wasted another card. So yeah, I have a lot of people tell me like you should be promoting more and this and that. But my whole thing is like they're gonna come. You know, I do enough events that they see me. You know,
Yeah.
so if they want to, they know where I'm at or they know how to reach it.
Right,
you know,
right.
So
And
that's
then
the way I make it work.
And then they, you post where you're going to be at and all that. Too,
Exactly,
so.
yeah, and I'm constantly letting you know, like these are my gajillion events, you know. Like,
For
you
sure.
you were really there.
And where can people find your products? Like, what's your website?
Oh, it's at lunacloth.com.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
that's your Instagram as well, right?
That's my Instagram's LunaCloth1 because there's a Luna cloth that has not been used since 2008.
Oh
you know,
my God.
Instagram, I send messages and they ignore it. I'm kind of,
You're like, please, just let me
give-
have it.
Yeah, he has not posted anything, you know, but apparently he uses it, like he goes in there.
Uh-huh.
So they said they can't, by their laws, they
yeah.
can't take over
Well,
the
that
account, even
sucks.
if they haven't posted a damn thing, you know. So
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
I'm going to assume that your favorite scary movie was Carrie,
yeah, yes,
right?
there
Because
was.
we usually end with something like that. But I kind of want to talk quickly about your haunted house experience that
Oh,
you
yeah.
mentioned to us before we started shooting. So talk
yeah.
a little bit about that or where that was or what
Yeah.
age you were.
So I grew up in Pomona.
Okay.
My parents purchased a house that was right in front of my high school. So I grew up in about 3 blocks. In front of me, it's a high school, literally, right in front. And then to the left of me was elementary. And at the end of that high school, if you could picture it, was my middle school. So I just kind of walked here, walked there, and walked, you know. So all of my schools were together. So my little house was there, and it was there from the 70s.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what happened, but the way the houses are built back then was that the doors, there's where the door ends, it's a little higher than normal. So all those doors, it also had to do with my door. My brother used to always fight with me. And he's 4 years older than me, and it's a guy, you know. So, but we used to fight those fights of like we would break doors. I think we broke like 9 doors throughout our lifetime, and my dad hated that. Like every single, it was funny because one time he went straight through, and like the half stayed, and the other half went through, and his face is right here, and I'm like, I'm gonna tell my dad, you know, like kind of thing, you know. So anyway, so they would put the doors, and it was kind of leveled like that. No matter how you put the door, it was always kind of there's a space. So there was always kind of like shadows passing by. Like I would see them, you know, like my dad was one of those cookie rats in the middle of the night, always gets up and gets cookies, and I would leave the light on. So I would think it was my dad, but I wouldn't hear his door close. So I would see stuff like that. Then one day, my cousin was living with me, and we had the door. The way my house worked was you could turn on the light at the entrance of the door, and you could turn on the light at the end of the hallway,
Yeah.
towards where my room was. So I'm there and I'm scaring her and telling her all these scary stories, and I'm like, so by then, by the way, the fan never worked. The
Okay.
lights worked, but the fan never worked, and we've been living there for like 10 years by then, and it never worked. So I'm like telling her like, yeah, they scare here, and then there's a shadow, and then things would drop and all this stuff. And my mom used to collect those dolls with the eyes. So I saw them blinking, and I'm like trying to make it scary for her. As I'm telling her, I'm like kneeling into the thing, nowhere near the button. The fucking fan turns on. It starts spinning hard, and my cousin's like, Alejandra, tell me that's you. Tell me that's you. Do you see, like, I turned the button on? You know, like, I was screaming. We ran out the house faster than, you know, and she's like, I'm not going back in there. My mom nobody was home. It was just me and her. And she was like, you did it. Tell me you did it. And I was like, hell no, I didn't do that. You know, like, things like that. But, yeah, so I ended up going back in like, oh, no, you're not going to scare me kind of situation, you know. So I went in there, and I had to, like, it did not want to stop because things were not working.
Yeah.
I'm pulling and pulling, doesn't want to stop. So I ended up putting my hands and jumping on it. I ended up breaking it in order for it to stop, because I was kind of like on a mission. Like, you're not gonna scare me, you know?
Yeah.
So I ended up breaking it. So my mom gets home, and the little fan hands were like, but yeah, that's my scary story.
Jesus, yeah, that's
So it went from not working at all to
Just spinning
started
like crazy,
spinning.
and did not want to stop. And
you see, because you were like
'cause I
trying to
was like,
scare her. You're like, I got you.
but I was throwing everything in there. Like my mom's doll's eyes were moving, and this and that. And she was like she's all scared. And then the thing goes, and I was like, holy shit!
you scared yourself.
I scared the shit out of myself, honestly. I was like, oh my god.
After that, you never said anything again. Did
I
you?
never said anything. I was just like, you're nice, you know. Just stay here.
Just don't
Yeah,
talk to
hell
me.
no.
Leave
yeah,
me
just
alone.
and just don't start turning stuff on fire.
Right?
We're good.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
so funny.
that is cool though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think we're gonna wrap it up there.
Thank you guys so
Yeah.
much for having
Thank
me.
you,
by the way.
thank
Thanks
you.
for coming
Any-
out.
Thank you.
Any last
Question?
comments, questions, concerns?
Yeah.
Nothing? Nothing from the
Nothing.
peanut gallery? No.
Peanut gallery.
Well, we want to thank you again
Yeah,
so much
thanks
for
for
coming
coming.
out.
No, thank you guys.
You know, it's fun to have you guys on now and to see all the different vendors and their
Yeah.
stories and
Yeah.
you know where everybody came
The train
from.
of thought, you know.
Yes. And to know now that you do everything very strategically. You know
He's
what I
a
mean?
businessman.
She's a businesswoman, 100%. So anything you see at her booth, guys, it's not just like she placed it there. She thought about that. She thought about that. You know what I mean? But yeah, so again, thank you so much. Thank you for
thank you,
coming
guys.
out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, we're going to link all her stuff
Down
down below. You know,
Yes.
so go ahead and go check all that stuff out. Follow her. You know, again, she has really good stuff. Ashley shops there. I've shopped her for the wife before.
Yeah.
You know, so definitely go check it
shout
out,
out
guys.
to I want a quick shout out because one of our buddies is watching. He said see you
Oh
Thursday.
yeah. At the
So-
Halloween Depot, Jesse from Halloween Depot.
What's up, man? If you're
You know what I
watching,
mean? Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
And thanks for having us out this weekend. I heard it was a good time. You know what I mean? I couldn't make it out, unfortunately, guys. I
It's
know
alright.
y'all missed me, but
Oh my gosh.
no,
I
but
was
you guys-
holding it down. Okay.
Yeah,
Holding
they
on
held
for
it down. But thanks for watching, guys. It means a lot.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully one day we get them on.
Yeah.
So
Good luck
Yeah.
with that one. You already
Yeah,
said
yeah.
no.
so yeah, guys. With that, we're gonna wrap this one up here, guys. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.